Yeah, I got you.
You remember me? It's been a minute, ain't it?
¿Cómo va, mi amigo? Got that on camera too. Yep.
We took the window out of here. All right, so the first thing that's gonna happen, look at this. See, yesterday, get these chalk lines right here. See, yesterday, it might have took these guys maybe, I don't know, man. It probably take about 3 to 4 hours to pop all these lines. See all these lines right here? I'm glad I'm here, man, because I'm gonna let them know that these right here these are gonna be 2x6 walls. The only wall that's gonna be 2x4 is gonna be this one right here. Hey, man, and we're gonna do all the walls are gonna be 2x6. All the lower walls 2x6. Oh, my bad. Yeah, all the lower rear walls 2x6.
Here?
All that 2x6. This is the only 2x4.
Yeah.
This is the only wall that's gonna be a 2x4. But this right here, this 2x6 stood. I know the plane's got it different.
Yes, sir.
Plano? You got the plano? Okay. This right here, that's good. That's good. That's good. It's just different right here. And it's step 2x6. So what we end up doing here, so you can see that we changed the sizes right here. These got 2 windows here. 2 windows. We changed the sizes of them. And so they're gonna be vinyl windows. So vinyl windows have to be the exact measurements. I was just checking to make sure we got the seal sealer up under here.
It is. I saw it.
So you gotta make sure that's there. So they kind of got an idea of what's going on here. You got any questions, Matt? What do you think? Now the first thing you do, man, is they come up here and that height of this right here, wall right here, they put that little thing on it, that laser level to make sure everything, because you got to get, once you get it level, you're good after that. Yeah, I just saw, 2x6. We're gonna make all these walls. Just make them 2x6.
Okay.
And then don't do any of these, don't do any of those walls right there. But this right here, just that wall right there. And that's a beam that go across here.
Yeah.
So we don't need this wall here. We don't need that wall, none of that.
Let me do this. Plan the choice. That one here.
Yeah, that's
This one LVL.
Yeah.
Is 12.
Yeah, that's an LVL. These are 2 LVL beams right here.
Yeah. Here.
Yeah,
There's
LVL
3.
beam. Yeah.
There's 3 LVL.
Yeah, it is right here. Yeah, they got it labeled B10.
Yeah.
B10 and B9 up there.
Yeah.
So I think it might be 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Looks like it's 4 right there. And it's 3 right here. Yeah, 4 and then 3. So here, yeah. So you can, yeah. So right here, there's 3.
Here is 3.
No, don't worry about that.
Okay.
We're gonna do it
Yeah.
according to this right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So this right here is 4,
Yeah.
and then this right here is 3, and then let's see. Then we got 3 here on that little wall right there.
Yeah. Here is mark 3.
Yeah, 3. So, and this right here is the only 2x6 wall. I mean, I'm sorry, 2x4. That's the
Yeah.
only 2x4 wall there. Okay. But everything else we're gonna frame up 2x6s.
Yes, sir.
16 inches on 7.
Yeah.
Anything else? You think anything?
And here. Here is 14, 8 inches. It's that one here.
Yeah.
It's more short here. It's 13, 10 inches.
Well, just hit it right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta hit it right there and just go right here.
Yeah.
We may be off just a little bit,
Yeah.
but this right here, this right here grade beam
Yeah.
is just one solid piece to
Yeah.
go all the way through here. So it ought to be able to hold up anyway. So we're about 4 inches off. Let me see. See. $14.6. No, that's good. That's good. Here's what it, 14.8 brick.
Measure the brick.
Yeah, 4 inches of brick.
Yeah, everything the marks is the brick.
Yeah, it's going to the outside of the brick. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind. Yeah, so this right here is good.
Yeah.
So you got to, right here, take off 4 inches.
Yes, sir.
4 inches for the brick. Okay?
Alright.
And then just make sure those windows are in the middle. Right
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so we're good on that.
Yeah.
Okay? Can you think of anything else?
Everything good.
Okay. All right.
Alright.
Thanks, man. It's good seeing you again, man. All right. So what you got? Let me just say this right here. So I've worked with these guys before, all 3 of them, and all 3 of them are crew chiefs. They run their own, all 3 of these guys run their own framing crew. So to have all 3 of them together, on one site. I know you just see 3 guys out here, but to have all 3 of these guys together on one site, that's 6 men. That's 6 framers out here, really, to be honest. Anything else back?
What would you, when you're choosing a framing crew, would you how would you start off?
Well, now this guy right here, Abel has been with me, man. He's been framing for me over 20 years. He framed my green certified house over in the head guy's not here. Once again, the head honcho is not here. But these guys right here, that's his crew. That's one of his crews that he has.
Mhm.
And sometimes, you know, when they start carrying a lot of wood, all the thinking stuff that's going on right now, you need guys, like we sat down and talked about that. They don't really need no bodies out here just toting boards just yet. So they get these walls kind of up, then they can just start they can hire the do guys out here to just kind of tote boards. You need some thinking guys right now. They kind of know what they're doing here. Have no problem with that. But as far as I've been with this guy over, man, like I said, over 20 years, man. I think maybe a little over 20 years. I've known him. Of course, I've always used other framers too, but he kind of knows. I don't have to spend a lot of time trying to explain to him. As you see right there, had I had not caught that, they would have did that wall out of They would have did 2x4s on the stair part, and they would have ran out of lumber. And they would have called me and said, we need some more lumber, because I only ordered enough 2x4s to do that one little middle wall. So this is why you gotta show up on your site. This is what superintendents do. This is what you do. You show up on site, answer those questions. Guys, you gotta understand. You gotta understand those plans. Like when he was asking me about that brick, guys, I have a whole plan class that I teach blueprint reading. You see what I'm saying? You all right, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So you got to understand from wall to wall, from exterior to interior wall to this right here. You guys got to understand that about the plan, because he was getting 4 inches off, and then I was able to look at it and say, this is why you're getting 4 inches off right here. Because he didn't think that it lined up, but it really did. Because he was looking at the other side. He was saying the other side is off, this side is on, but he was calculating the brick on the outside. You got to know that stuff, man. You got to know that stuff. Not saying that he doesn't know. It's just that he probably didn't care. They got other things on their head, on their mind. Get them putting that wall in there, man. Got that, man. So yeah, man. So when you're picking your framer, man, you can vet those guys. You can ask them a few questions about framing, and that'll let you know whether or not they know what they're talking about, man. You know, ask a question about stringers. Stair stringers, 2 stud corners, exterior wall corners and stuff like that. When you ask them questions like that, man, that'll wake them up, you know. And there's another thing. You see how we was talking about the LVL beam?
Yeah.
See, he would have messed that up. He would have got that wrong, because on the plan, on the Paul Gilbert plan, right? The plan designer put on there three beams on that one little area. I don't know if they put 3 beams on both sides. But the engineered plan said that you have 4 on one side. The longest span you had 4 beams. On the shorter span you had 3 beams. Well, you got to do what the engineered plan say. And not only that, the plans itself indemnified itself from being responsible. It's gonna tell you, check the code, check the local code, or check with the builder first. That's what it's gonna say on the plans. He gonna always defer you to that. So that's why, like I said, you gotta go back and say, hey, we're gonna go according. That's what I told the guy. We're gonna go according to what the engineers say. And the engineers say you gotta use 4 over here, 2 over here, because they designed these beams to span a certain amount of distance. You see what I'm saying? So you got to know that stuff. You don't keep that stuff in mind, man. You're gonna jack yourself up. Now, these guys, what they'll do is, you know how much work it takes to put them beams up, them LVL beams up?
That's heavy.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
They put them up, and they put them up wrong. Now they got to take them down and put them up again. So now they got to undo stuff. So you want to catch that stuff as you go.
When going through the frame process, how often would you recommend coming out on site?
Well, here's a good thing, man. You wouldn't even speak to me. Inside joke. here's what we got. Here's what you want to do. I'm watching them at home. That camera right there, I'm watching. I'm watching them as they go up. I can kind of see if things get screwed up. So I'm watching that thing probably every other day, but before they get too far gone. Like I saw them getting ready. I saw them doing this right here wall over here, and I know they were thinking get ready to go ahead and do the interior. So that's when I said, let me go ahead and come out here and make sure everything's good. And it's a good thing I came because they was finna frame the basement stairs wrong. They was finna frame that wrong. They was gonna try to use 2x12. I'm sorry, 2x4 instead of 2x6 for the studs. We're gonna use 2x6s, man, everything. And I told the guy yesterday. You should have told him too. Everything on that basement, we're gonna everything framed up 2x6s. 16 inches on center. Okay. Good question. But you got that camera out there. Probably every 2 days, you need to be out here talking with these guys, making sure that there are no questions. And you got to be careful too, because a lot of times they're just gonna say yes. They just don't like to say no, because saying no, man, is negative in their culture. I don't know. I mean, you tell me. You engage with.
It's more like they don't really want to deal with it for real.
They
They already know they can't speak. They don't know hablo español and everything.
Yeah.
So since they can't really speak it, they might just say yes. So so it's not as awkward or as weird. It's not that they don't want to say no. It's just kind of like you put them in an awkward situation, and they don't want to like keep it being weird. So they just say yes.
Passive aggressive.
Essentially.
Yeah. Essentially nothing. It is what it is. Passive aggressive, man. Just go in and tell me no. I don't get it, and then we can do it until we get it. What else? You think anything else, Matt?
Say it again.
Think anything else?
When they finish framing, what's the next step essentially?
Framing?
Yeah.
You're gonna get all the that's when you get your MEP guys out. Get your mechanical, electrical, plumbers. Go get them out and do their rough. You're gonna call the plumbers first, because you probably ain't gonna have no roof on it, because his stuff can get wet. Then once you get the roof on, I call my HVAC guy. But I'm gonna try to get my electrician to come in behind both of those guys, because he can run his wires around those guys instead of those guys trying to run their stuff. And then not only that, man, like them plumbers, if the electrician come in before them and some of their stuff getting away, they're gonna just cut through it. And we're gonna find that out once we try to turn on lights and switches and stuff like that, and stuff ain't working because the wire got cut in the wall. So you wanna keep that.
I'm all good then.
Huh?
I'm good now.
All right, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Great.
All right, so guys, question is, can you get this right here part? How do we know the right beam? These right here, beams right here. How do we know the right beam on this right here? So what we're gonna do is this right here, it gives you where to look at. So that's B8 and you got B18. So you're gonna go right here to this right here. So B8 is gonna be 1.75 inches thick, but it's gonna be 16 inches depth, height. That's the depth it's gonna be. So it's 16 inches. So it's a big beam, and then you're gonna have 3 of them. That's how we know the beam. But the problem with this right here is that our garage door, there was a question that the framers had, and it was a really good question because he's very meticulous. The question is that the garage door is supposed to be 8 feet high, okay, and 10 feet wide. Are you with me? And so if you go 16 inches away from the bottom right here and have a double top plate, that's gonna leave us 1.5 inches. That the garage door is gonna be like it's gonna be 7 feet, 10.5 inches. So it's not gonna, 7 feet, what is it, 7 feet? Yeah, 10.5 inches. That's how high it's gonna be. So we're missing 1.5 inches. Oh, you can actually, really, to be honest with you, you don't have to have a double top plate there. But We're gonna let them go ahead and do it the way we are. We're gonna lose that inch and a half. I don't think that's gonna affect things. That's already a high garage door because I think mine at home is like 7 feet. You got any other questions?
Nope.
All right, this is something else I want you guys to see too. Y'all see this bracing? So you gotta put your bracing up. The bracing is to keep these walls, to keep them straight. You got bracing here and bracing here. We're gonna keep these things straight until we get those flooring joists on there and get the OSB on there. When you get your flooring joists on and get your OSB on, you can take the bracing off because it locks everything down. All right.